Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
We have been discussing about the mine transport, that is in underground mines, different mode of transportations, out of which we have discussed some of them, and another mode of transportation is your locomotive. So, locomotives are, as you know, you have seen Indian Railway, that locomotives are well known to all of you, but when you are talking about underground mine transport, they are of a smaller capacity, they have got a different constraints under which they work, but the basic principles are the same. So, today you will be knowing about this, what are the basic principles of this locomotive, so that you can determine the tractive force, braking force or the braking distance, how to calculate that thing, as well as some general idea about this locomotive will be discussed today. So, now this as such, what is the meaning of locomotive haulage? It is locomotive haulage system includes a set of mine cars coupled to form a train. Just like a train you have seen, there are number of wagons or these compartments in your Indian Railway you have seen, they are coupled, that in between that. Same way in underground mines also you have got the mine cars or mine tubs, that is which are normally only on 2 axles and 4 wheels. Those mine cars are coupled together, they form a train, and then it is hauled on a track, and that hauling is done by the locomotive, whether it could be a self powered, that is it could be having an engine with the provision of say powering it like a diesel engine, or it could be an electric motor, but there could be the driving unit, the main force, it can be externally. There are the pneumatic that is compressor pneumatic that compressed air driven locomotive, there are trolley assisted, that means they will be taking the power from an electric line and they will be carrying only the material. So, this locomotive is basically a train being hauled by a loco engine. So, if you see that there are different types of locomotive haulage systems are there. When it is powered, is provided by the locomotive itself, that is the train is having its own power, which could be by diesel locomotive, battery locomotive or compressed air locomotive. These three are very commonly used in underground mines. Then there are power from external sources. There is trolley wear locomotive, just like your trolley assisted dump truck we have discussed earlier. A trolley wear locomotives are also there. Cable reel locomotive, there is you are having a electric cable where the power is given over there, and then that through a limited distance that will get, when it is coming closer to that reel, it will be this wound, and then it will be, while going, it will be unwinding by this both way rotating systems. A cable reel locomotives are also there. Then high frequency electric locomotives are also there. Then the combination of these different types of locomotives, that is you can have the power from external source supply, as well as you have got its own also, that trolley battery locomotive, you have got a in the locomotive battery, and also when there is a more resistance in gradient and all, you can get a trolley wear supported. And diesel electric locomotive is similar to your electro hull, that trolley assisted dump truck type, that is your the locomotive is having a diesel, but where there is required additional power is required, it can derive from that external power line. Now, Locomotives are also classified on the basis of their duty, that is heavy duty or light duty. Normally, you can see that in underground mines you may be having 2 to 3 ton type of very small locomotives, or you may have 8 to 10 ton, but where you are talking about this that our railway, Indian railway locomotives, they are very super heavy duty locomotives. So, in a normal design of locomotives, the total weight supported each wheel is 5 ton or less, and then got very heavy duty 150 kilowatt locomotive or 75 kilometer locomotive also. They can be, 2 locos can be in tandem and they can be used depending on the power. So, now the second thing which you need to know about where this locomotive will be applicable. In a underground mining, the geomining conditions that exactly dictate whether you can use it or not. The gradient of the roadways should not be steep. This locomotive, it is not for a that very high incline, it cannot work. A gradient 1 in 15 against the load is considered as a limit. If this, it cannot work on a gradient higher than this. Then locomotive can be used with rack and pinion drive. That means, the locomotive will be there when it is going up, and then at the below there is a, you may have a chain conveyor, which the chain will be giving a grip, and then it is pulling the things, just like as we said in the creeper, in case of your pit top layout, we talked about the creeper. Similar to that, a rack and pinion can be there already. That is your at the below the locomotive, there will be a pinion, and on the track there will be a rack, and then when it is with its own power drive, that pinion will be driven on the rock, it will be on the rack, it will be moving, so that it will not be falling down in the gradient. So, that type of systems in many places this is there, and normal application of locomotive is on a gradient of 1 in 25. However, the best application will be on flat road surfaces. So, in the mine, wherever there is a in a horizon, when it is traveling in a horizontally in one gallery, there it can be used. So, that is why it could be used in combination with other row follies. Direct row follies can bring the material from a lower horizon to a particular horizon where the shaft is there. So, there the materials can be brought.